It says live.
We're live. Hopefully everyone can hear us. Okay. I gotta put these on so I can actually see. Ark, Wildman, Survivor, Rita.
Hey, Rita.
I'll let it go.
Hey, it's Amy and
Martin Wildlife
Ashley.
Misadventures.
Love you,
All right.
ladies.
Okay. So tonight we're having the live, and I'm so glad to have Cynthia from the Big Prep on, and I'm sure all of you know about her channel, love her channel as much as I do, but I'm going to give it to you, and in case there is one person that hasn't heard about your channel, tell them about it.
Hey, everybody. I'm Cynthia from the Big's Prep. We have a channel that is preparedness, hyperinflation reactions. I'm keeping a Great Depression grocery list where I'm keeping track of prices at both Aldi and Walmart. I'm going every 8 weeks to keep track of Great Depression era pantry staples that I would need to fill my own pantry, and keeping track of the hyperinflation that way. I do prepping hauls, and I have a huge announcement. I am going to be doing a giveaway soon of a solar outdoor light, and I am so excited to be partnered with a brand new brand. I'll have more details about that on my channel coming up soon. But we do all things preparedness over at the Big's Prep. And that's it.
Great. And I am Renee. My friends call me Nene, so Nene's Prepping Kitchen, and I do grocery hauls. I go to the Walmarts and Dollar Trees, Dollar Generals, and check out their shelves and how they look and the prices of everything, and with everything going up, that's yeah. We're all feeling the crunch of it. And I do a little gardening. I'm not a big gardener. I'm trying it this year, and yeah, I'm all about prepping and make sure we have plenty on our shelves, because what's coming is not looking so good. So before I do a little bit more, I got some notes here because I can't remember everything. It's not just the gas price. It's also consumer goods, foods, and all services that are being affected by the high fuel costs for our truckers. Not only our truckers, but we have farmers and, a lot of different places use diesel fuel. So it's not all. Also consumer goods, it's food, and all services, machinery that uses diesel, agricultural trucks, railroad, all the time are being shipped that is diesel powered. So prices of all food that is planted by farmers and irrigated, fertilized, and harvested, processed, packaged, and transported is being made more expensive at every step of the process. So all these costs are being pushed onto who? Us, the consumers. Rising diesel prices and declining spot market rates. That's what the shippers are paying the truckers to move their freight. Are affecting. They're paying between $5.81 and over $6 a gallon. I've heard is probably even higher than that in different areas. So that's affecting our volunteer firefighters. They're cutting back due to fuel costs. There's a sheriff here in Michigan that told his officers to only respond to non-emergencies. All the others would be handled over the phone. So, if it's a non-emergency, even your police may not be coming to, the rescue, unless it's something they feel, that they need to get there. We're having the worst energy shortage in history. Permanent shortages of everything is ahead. Inflation continues to rise and gas prices are up nearly 50% since last year. Are you ready for more price hikes?
No.
As costs go up, so will our supplies. And another one, are you ready for widespread rolling blackouts on our power, our cell phone service, internet services not working? Are you ready? So I'm ready for you. And I just have a couple questions I wanted to ask you, Cynthia. Have you seen or heard of any shortages of office supplies, medical equipment, not coming into medical offices or hospitals?
Absolutely. So, in my medical office, we do luxury IVs, and sourcing that material has been pretty crazy. Then we have had shortages. We've been on what's called allotment for syringes, gloves, everyday things that you need to run a medical practice. The supplier will say, "Okay, you can have 3 boxes this week." Well, I need 6 boxes. No, you can only have 3. So then we're looking for another supplier to try to get those 3 more boxes, and we may be paying a premium for that. It's been really crazy. I went to the doctor myself for just a checkup, and the doctor opened a brand new thing of gloves and put it on. She goes, "Oh, what are these gloves? These are terrible." And the medical assistant said, "Those are the same gloves we've always got. They're in the same box and they have the same label. It's the same brand, but the quality was so cheap." She's like, "I'm going to have to use 2 of these. Like, I can't do an exam on this poor woman with these cheap gloves." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in the medical industry myself. And, we are finding that not only can you not get it, but the quality just of like a 4x4 gauze or any sort of little thing, the quality is so poor." The IV tubing has been a real issue. And our nurse, thank goodness, has been a nurse for like 30 years. And she knows how to get around some of the pushes and some of the, hookups and all that stuff. She can really work with what she has. And we are thankful for that, because if not, we would just not be able to offer the service. I know a lot of people, when they're going into the hospital, they're having real issues with epinephrine to do medical procedures, lidocaine to do medical procedures, to get stitches or anything like that. Like, I would hate to have my child go to the hospital and be like, "Oh, we need lidocaine for this kid. Buckle up. You're just going to have to grin and bear it." That doesn't seem acceptable to me.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yeah.
And I know
Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Some hospitals are, and especially EMS, are authorizing the use of expired medications. My background is pharmacy, and I am a certified pharmacy technician with compounding background. And I get the little alerts, and they're not from the state of Florida, but there are other states authorizing the dispensing and use of expired medication. So what does that tell you about the supply of medications, prescriptions that are out there?
Wow, that's crazy. So, it's already a low supply right now, so if it got any worse, I mean, where would that put you,
Where would that put you? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the medications that they were authorizing use of were emergency, like blood pressure medications, warfarin, the medications that are like the life and death guys, not, like some metoprolol and things like that are heart medicines, or immediate, like diabetic medications, stuff like that. Crisis meds. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about the diabetic medicine being in short supply. I actually have a diabetic that lives in my house with me, so that's very scary. Yeah, it is life and death, and I don't know. I don't think you can keep that for, long term.
No.
Okay. Next question. Have you heard of any emergency responders, such as EMS, police, or fire, cutting back due to high fuel costs?
So I can't confirm that in my area in Central Florida. However, I have heard plenty on the internet about, memos from police departments asking them not to respond or to park in an area and just be still, not to respond unless it's an emergent, a real true emergency.
Right,
Uh,
right.
Things like that. But I have not seen that in like the Ocala, Marion County, Florida area. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it in my actual location either, but a fairly nearby town did have their sheriff, tell them to only respond to emergencies. So,
Yeah.
Okay. How do you think is going to affect us if we have thousands of trucks and farmers shut down due to high fuel costs and they can't stay in business and make any money?
Ooh. My big question to everybody is what you going to eat when the grocery store doesn't have anything to buy? That's the big question. It's so scary to think about like 80% of the people in the United States being unemployed all at the same time, because that's what's going to happen if there's no trucks and no diesel. Also, a diesel factor that a lot of people aren't considering is the fact that school buses run on diesel.
Exactly.
How are all these kids going to get to school? And then when they get to school, what are they going to eat? Because they were already having problems last year feeding the school kids. I can't imagine trying to get the logistics of that together.
I think when the kids have to go back, it's going to be a big problem right about then, because they're talking, the end of summer, around Labor Day, that the price is going up, maybe even up to $10 a gallon, and that is just, yeah.
Yeah, it takes your breath.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't know what people are going to do when 80% of the population can't go to work because there is no work, because there are no deliveries. We're kind of just waiting with bated breath to see when Mr. Big's last day of work is, because he works in a metal shop, welding and doing custom stuff. And when will the metal stop arriving? Right now, the truck won't deliver unless they have a full load. So they may order something and they may not have a full load to deliver to our area for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So no delivery, no work.
Yeah. My hubby hauls metals. So I know where you're coming there.
Yeah.
Okay. The last one. Have you experienced any unexplained or explained power outages, cell phone or internet disturbances, and how did it affect you or someone else?
Oh my goodness. Things have been a little wild in the Ocala area the last few days. We had 3 tornadoes touch down on Thursday evening. One of them right in front of the office building where I work. So that was that was not the kind of excitement that I was hoping for on a sleepy Thursday. Last night I had a video premiere about the tornado, and there was no internet or power at my house again. And in the forest, we seem to be having rolling blackouts where the power will just randomly go out during the day for 4 hours and come back on. And it seems to be right at 4 hours. The internet, same. We're having internet outages even in town, like where I work. Like I work in Ocala, Florida. It's a big city. We're having internet outages or internet brownouts because our phones are internet based and the computers obviously are internet based. All of a sudden it'll just start spinning, and then 15 minutes later it'll come back up. And it won't really be out, but it'll be so slow that you can't get anything done. Cell phones, same. Most of us have Verizon, and Verizon was just out for like an hour. There was no cell phone at all. It's getting more frequent, and like I get it if there's an afternoon storm or something, but if the sun's out and nothing's wrong and they just shut the power off for 4 hours, I don't understand.
That's interesting that you said that it was out right around 4 hours, because here a week or so ago when our power went out, no storms, blue sky,
Mm-hmm.
and all the power went out, and it was like four, four, 4 to 5 hours, somewhere in there, and yeah, and no cell phone service whatsoever, no internet, but when your power goes out, so did your internet box, so,
Yeah.
but yeah, and that was weird, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing to explain it, and even though that they had, told the Michigan people we're going to do this, they
Mm-hmm.
still said, we don't know if, we don't know what happened. Okay.
Right. And they're not
Um,
sending out any kind of memos, which I was hoping that they
no,
would be like, okay, on
yeah,
Tuesday at 4 o'clock, your power's going to go out for 4 hours. So buckle
right,
up.
yeah,
Nope.
then you can be a little bit prepared for it, but just in the middle of the day, poof, and then you don't know when it's going to come back on, and
Mm-hmm.
um, but so I was very thankful when we had our solar panels put up for that day, so made it a little bit better. But yeah, it would have been nice to know,
It would have been nice to know. Absolutely.
yeah, it would have, sure would have. So trying to read some of the chat here, and yep, see if anyone has any questions for me or for the big spread. Read some of them here. We have Linda's Prepper Kitchen here,
Hi, Linda.
and Prepping by Faith. She says hi, and Linda Lou, Debbie Riddle. Nice to see you all. So, but we're stronger than evil, says Debbie Riddle. You got that right. We are stronger than evil. And, I think if we're all prepared and know that, this can truly affect everyone as a whole, something isn't done quick
Mm-hmm.
about the fuel prices, um, there's not going to be much out there for truck drivers hauling anything. They can't, if they can't afford it. And, our farmers, they can't do their, work either if they don't have diesel fuel. It's all run by diesel. And so, I think our best bet is just keep doing what we're doing and make sure we have what we need,
And
because things could get mighty mighty tight in all areas. It's pretty bad when you may not have enough gas to get to work. I mean,
if
and you
there
got
even is work.
yeah, even if there is work, because
Yeah.
right, and, all my kids but one, all my sons but one work in the restaurant
Mm-hmm.
industry. And if trucks can't bring them food, they're going to be out of a job, you know. Um,
Yeah. Like I
so
said, 80% of businesses are going to be gone once the
yeah,
price reaches critical mass. 80% of
exactly.
people are going to be unemployed. It will be the next Great Depression.
It will. It will. I
Yeah.
totally agree with that, and uh, we're all going to have to buckle up and,
Buckle up
probably
and tighten the belt.
tighten the belt for sure, and hope for the best and pray for the best, and get through it. Um, but anyway, let me check these chats one more time. Make sure no one has a question here.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra 2000 wrote, we had oh, gotta get back here. Oh, just, my messages just strolled away from me. So I was trying to read one. They get away from you. Because she was trying to say she had something terrible go through. Uh, and Martin, Mend Life, yeah, it is going to be worse than the Great Depression. I believe that too.
I believe that as well. We have
Yeah.
a lot more people than we did even during the 70s, during the oil crisis in the 70s. There are more people on the planet, more people in the United States, and the lack of manners and morals and anything. I mean, people will cut you down and kill you for a pair of sneakers. I can't
Oh,
imagine what they do for your food.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I believe that too, you know. So, um, but anyway, I don't want to make this too long. I thank you, Cynthia, for joining tonight, being my guest, and head over to her channel if you haven't been over there already. But I'm sure you have. So, but just in case, go over there and check her channel out and subscribe and give her some likes and all that. Show her some love. So, anyway, guys, till next time, to Luke, God bless. Hope this was informational for you, and keep on prepping, keep on praying. Hope you all have a great one.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.